Most cars start falling apart the moment you pay them off, but not these. These are the 8 machines people swear by, the ones that rack up hundreds of thousands of miles, sip fuel, and refuse to die. From million-mile luxury sedans to SUVs that'll outlast your house, here's the list Consumer Reports says everyone's buying. And wait until you hear what the second-last car secretly does better than all of them. Let's get started. Number 8. Lexus LS 400 Million-Mile Luxury Legend. The Lexus LS 400 came out in 1989 and basically told the entire luxury car world, yeah, we're here and we're going to embarrass you. This thing redefined what reliability meant in a high-end sedan. Most luxury cars are like divas, glamorous but high maintenance. The LS 400? More like that low-key friend who never complains and shows up on time for 30 years straight. And the proof? Journalist Matt Farah literally drove his to 1 million miles. That's not a typo. 1 million miles. And it wasn't sitting in a museum either. It was out there pounding the pavement. Under the hood, you've got a 4.0-liter V8 that purrs like it's fresh off the assembly line even after decades. No major overhauls. No sudden catastrophic breakdowns. It just works. And while BMW 7 Series and Mercedes S-Class owners are out here getting second mortgages to cover repair bills, the LS 400 is quietly sipping its coffee, costing way less to keep on the road each year. That's right, annual upkeep is significantly cheaper than those over-engineered European headaches. And owners swear by its durability. People are reporting barely any failures, even past 500,000 miles. That's halfway to Matt Farah's record, and still enough to outlive a few marriages. Lexus didn't just build this car, they overbuilt it. Heavy-duty components, meticulous engineering, and a complete lack of the planned obsolescence. Nonsense that plagues most modern vehicles. But as bulletproof as the LS 400 is, it's not the only car that can outlast your patience. In fact, the next one doesn't just keep going. It keeps going with style and practicality. Number 7. Honda Accord. Everyday icon that won't quit. The Honda Accord is the kind of car that makes mechanics sigh. Not because it's bad, but because it hardly ever needs them. You take care of it, and it'll laugh its way past 300,000 miles with the original engine and transmission still humming. And the best part? It's not a garage queen. This is a real, everyday, haul the kids, survive the commute kind of car. Fuel economy? Modern versions will give you 30 plus miles per gallon combined without even trying. And older ones? They still keep up, proving that good engineering doesn't get old. The Accord doesn't just get you from point A to point B, it does it while making sure you're not broke at point C. Inside, it's got that sweet spot of space and build quality. Families love it because you can actually fit people and stuff without feeling like you're driving a minibus. Commuters love it because it's smooth, predictable, and not a rolling anxiety attack like some flashy brands. And when it comes to repairs, it's a champ. Typical maintenance costs stay under $500 a year, way below the average for mid-size sedans. While other people are crying into their service invoices, Accord owners are buying nicer coffee. Of course, the Accord's reign as the dependable daily driver is impressive, but the next car? This thing's not just dependable. It's basically the Chuck Norris of SUVs. Number 6. Toyota Land Cruiser. Off-road titan. The Toyota Land Cruiser. If the Accord is dependable in the suburbs, this beast is dependable in the middle of the Sahara. With over 10 million units sold worldwide, it's not just a car, it's an institution. And it's not unusual to see these things rack up between 700,000 and 1 million miles, still hauling cargo, families, or safari tourists without flinching. Consumer Reports gives it a reliability score of 83 out of 100, which is elite territory for a full-size SUV. And even though it's a luxury SUV, the annual upkeep hovers around $800, a steal compared to its overcomplicated rivals. You could easily spend triple that on something European and still get less life out of it. This thing's four-wheel drive system and body-on-frame chassis are designed for abuse. Harsh climates? Check. Rocky terrain? Check. Mud? Snow? Sand? Bring it. You can park a Land Cruiser in a war zone, come back in 5 years, and it'll probably still start on the first try. And then there's resale value. It's absurd. Even older models, decades old, still go for prices that make you question if the seller is joking. But they're not. People will pay because they know what they're getting. Indestructibility. Still, as unstoppable as the Land Cruiser is, there's another Toyota that might just be even more of a cockroach in SUV form. Number 5. Toyota 4Runner. Built like a tank. The Toyota 4Runner is what happens when you take all the off-road DNA of the Land Cruiser and package it into a slightly more approachable size. Built on a body-on-frame platform, it's basically a pickup truck in SUV clothing, and that's why it refuses to die. The secret weapon? The legendary 22RE engine. People in the Toyota world speak about this engine like it's a mythical creature. And for good reason. Many of these things pass 300,000 miles without a dramatic final breakdown moment. Its resale value is borderline comical. After 5 years, it can retain up to 65% of its original price. That's not just good, that's better than most people's stock portfolios. And when it comes to off-road chops, it's right up there with the best. High ground clearance, a robust suspension, and a go-anywhere attitude mean it's just as comfortable crawling over rocks as it is cruising down the highway. Major repairs? Rare. Expensive surprises? Also rare. It's one of those vehicles you buy, knowing it won't become a financial black hole, which is why so many adventurers swear by it. But while the 4Runner is practically a tank with cup holders, the next car we're diving into takes that reliability and adds a whole different flavor. One that's got premium touches, high-tech features, and a green conscience. Number 4. Lexus NX Hybrid. Premium reliability in a compact package. If luxury reliability had a fun-size version, it would be the Lexus NX Hybrid. Consumer Reports ranks it at the top of its class for reliability, which is like winning gold in a competition full of Toyota relatives. The 350h hybrid sips fuel at an impressive 38 miles per gallon overall, while the 450h plug-in hybrid can cruise for around 40 miles purely on electric power. That's enough to run errands all week without even waking up the gas engine if you play your cards right. The steering is sharp enough to make you forget you're in an SUV, and the suspension is tuned so well it feels like Lexus secretly hired a comfort engineer from a luxury yacht company. It's sporty without beating you up over potholes, a rare combination most brands can't nail. Step inside and you get the kind of interior that makes you forget you're driving something built to last forever. High-grade materials, zero rattles, and a cabin so quiet you can hear yourself judging the bad music taste of the car next to you. Plus, it comes loaded with Lexus Safety System Plus, which is essentially a bodyguard squad for your daily commute. And just when you think a reliable luxury compact SUV is as good as it gets, the next contender proves you can go rugged and practical without giving up that bulletproof dependability. Number 3. Subaru Forester. Small SUV with a big reputation. The Subaru Forester has been around long enough to know exactly what works, and for 2025, it decided to take that recipe and make it even better. The redesign gave it a quieter cabin, more cargo space, and an engine with improved torque. So yes, now you can fit more stuff, carry more passengers, and actually feel the difference when you hit the gas. It's still pulling off 29 miles per gallon overall, and every Forester comes standard with all-wheel drive. No need to pay extra for something that should be there in the first place. That AWD setup is a lifesaver in rain, snow, mud, or just when you want to confidently tackle a dirt road to that weekend getaway spot. Decades of Subaru engineering back up its above-average predicted reliability. It's not just good for a while. This is the kind of SUV that'll keep showing up year after year without developing expensive bad habits. And here's where the Forester really wins over drivers: visibility. The huge windows and smart design mean you can actually see out of the thing, which is more than I can say for half the stylish SUVs out there with tiny mail slot windows. It's comfortable too, which means long drives don't feel like a chiropractic appointment waiting to happen. But while the Forester masters the small SUV category, the next one stretches things out. More seats, more range, and enough road trip potential to make your vacation planning a year-round hobby. Number 2, Toyota Highlander Hybrid. Family hauler with range to spare. If SUVs were judged on how well they handle families, the Highlander Hybrid would be giving an acceptance speech. Consumer Reports calls it the best midsize SUV, and it's not hard to see why. 3 rows of seating mean you can pack in kids, friends, luggage, sports gear, or all of the above, and still have room for the snacks. The 35 miles per gallon overall fuel economy is nothing short of a magic trick for something with this much space, and its nearly 600-mile cruising range means you can drive from one end of a state to the other without constantly scanning for gas stations. Toyota Safety Sense comes standard, so you've got all the lane assists, adaptive cruise control, and collision prevention tech baked right in. Inside, the cabin is spacious and quiet, which means family conversations don't have to compete with road noise, unless you count the kids in the third row reenacting a WWE match. Resale value? Rock solid. The Highlander Hybrid hangs on to its worth year after year, which is a lifesaver when you eventually decide to trade up or downsize. And while the Highlander sets the bar for family-friendly endurance, the next one doesn't just clear that bar, it smashes it with a sedan that's been rewriting the definition of reliable for decades. Number 1, Toyota Camry Hybrid. The modern reliability benchmark. The 2025 Toyota Camry Hybrid isn't just efficient. It's basically showing off at this point. With 48 miles per gallon overall, it's the most fuel-efficient Camry ever made. That's right, decades of tweaking and refining have brought it to the point where you can practically forget what a gas station looks like. But here's the twist. The hybrid system doesn't just sip fuel, it adds horsepower. That extra power means less strain on the engine and brakes, which is part of why these things last forever. And when I say forever, I mean proven 600,000 plus miles with proper upkeep. There are Camrys out there still going strong while their owners have changed jobs, houses, and maybe spouses. Historically, it's one of the cheapest sedans to maintain, with repair costs that make accountants smile. And driving it doesn't feel like you're sacrificing comfort for efficiency. The smooth 8-speed transmission shifts like butter, and the balanced handling means it's happy on highways, in the city, or weaving through traffic without drama. Of course, it's also loaded with Toyota Safety Sense, so it's quietly working to keep you out of trouble. Even if you're not paying full attention, it's not flashy, it's not trying too hard, but it's been at the top of the reliability game for so long that other cars probably have posters of it on their bedroom walls. And that's the full lineup. So if you want more no-nonsense car picks that actually last, hit subscribe now, because the next list might just save you thousands.